Well, I made it back across. Yeah, let's go. A lot of water coming through here. There's geese's up there. Pond's a little full. Now this is all underwater. You can see what's come out over there. Out there, might be able to tell. Went all the way across right down through there. The straw bales are staying into that, sort of. But when we first bought the place, the farmer here, he took his dozer and made a little waterway. Started up there about where the salt block's at, and he just made a little, like a 1 foot waterway. You can see the little hump there. And what he did that for was to stop all the water runoff from my place over here coming out into his field here. And that's in 2017. And look how deep that is. Give you any indication how much water actually comes off of there. Hey, see I sprayed the fence rows when I first got back a couple weeks ago. It's dying out, but with all this rain and stuff, I think it's going to grow right back. It's pretty daggone quick. Oh, I was going to go on top. The salt block there fell off that. I had it on this piece of wood right here, but evidently the water or something pushed over it, and it was laying down in there, and just laying in that water, that's how much dissolved off of it. That's the reason it's up on that block. Let's see if I can get up on the hill over there. Tell you what, since I'm already on this side, go up through the woods. other tree slid off there. Up to here. Cut that big old beech or sycamore or whatever that thing is. It's pretty well rotten anyway. I put a video on there when I cleaned up, brought the excavator over there. Matter of fact, picked up a big old limb that was there, and it's I call it a widowmaker because I mow underneath there and everything else, and I've already had two big old limbs come down there that would have done me in if they would have fell when I was under it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that thing out. Talking about a mess. It's a big old tree. It is all times dropping limbs. Some things are nasty. They all the time dropping limbs. Used to be a big one right here, sycamore, and it died. And of course that one young one right beside it, you know, it was doing all right. So I think that's one of my first jobs when I got my little friend that takes me to high places. First job I did, I had it out here on the field, here in the road, and had my dump trailer there, and I was able to cut a little piece at a time and throw it in the dump trailer. See if I can get up the bank here. Best to go this way. These things are amazing. Get that posi track rear end in them. So more or less go. Assess the situation from the top here. See the property line more or less coming right through here. Whoa! Backfire. Supposed to burn that over the winter, but oh well. But so let's say the property line is right here, and this is what my plans are. And I'd have to take all these trees off to do that. I don't want to do that. I thought about, well, those two trees, they're rotten anyway. Hackleberries, those are rotten. Hackleberries. I could drop off, say down over the side there, and take this down to fill this in. That'd be an easy way to find mushrooms if there was any mushrooms here, because it done washed all the leaves off. Won't it? That guy's rotten. The widowmaker. You can see that rock there. I always wonder how come that rock was there. Yeah, this part here gave way. That used to be up here. Just too much rain. Well, it was. Just too much. And those big old heavy trees. I believe those guys is one started it. As you can see, that tree's holding that one there up. And the same way with those. That one there's been held up by that other guy over there. I believe those two there was yellow poplar. And I believe that's a poplar. And the other one over there was a, forgot. I took a picture of it, but I forgot what it was. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. Get this dried up, get my excavator back over here. Get those trees cut off of here. Those root wads out of there. And I'll probably just take them and stick them down in that hole. Down in there. And we're going to keep the creek rechanneled over there on that side there. The little hackleberries, they're not going to go anywhere. And go ahead and cut all those trees off of there. Get that one, any of them that's standing straight up like that, I'm going to leave. But that old beech over there, whatever it is, and like that one, big one there, it's coming off there, but it's going to slide right off there. It's all rotten, big old messy thing anyway. I haven't understood the reasoning yet, but Evidently the good Lord wanted me to have this kind of a gravel pile here to look at, I reckon. I don't know. Let that guy cut. That's a big tree. Good lumber in there. Oop. For the root pulling too. Wow. Yeah, that guy there coming down. I have to wait till my excavator gets back. Yeah, I guess I could be a source of rock. Get those or take these trees. It's going to be like August. When it gets good and dry. July, August. This gets all dry. These trees off. Get the Ronald's dozer. Take and bring all this in. Level that all off in there. The thing about it is it's dirty rock. It's not very clean. What a mess. That's a big tree. This guy here, she's gonna come down too. This is where I back the backhoe down in here. See, and I washed that out. It was level come across there, so it sunk down, but I mean, it was down just a little bit. This went down way down. And back the backhoe across here. I walked it first. That's good enough, solid enough. And then as soon as I backed it off there, of course, like I say, it wasn't that like it is right now. It was pretty well level across there. And as soon as I hit over here, ooh, it's soft. So I went ahead and used the backhoe part. Got my positioned over there so I could grab that over there on the other side to stop that up, but didn't do any good. Shouldn't have just left it alone. But so I'll have to wait till I get my excavator back here and get dried up before I can actually do some stuff. I'll go ahead and take that little knoll there off there, plug that up. And that creek will, yeah, it'll make itself bigger. The new creek detour thing I put in there. Well, if I can get out of here, take you over there. I didn't film it. I was over there at the neighbor's. He had to wash out of his pond there, and he had me take the backhoe over there. That's where the backhoe's still at. And I'll take you over there. I didn't film any of it. I should have. Turned out a little bit more than I thought. The reason I didn't take y'all along. Let's run over there and take a look at it, see what it looks like today. But you can see that tree there. It was all the time making that mess. So it should have been gone a long time ago. And you know, there were telltale signs like that rock. Those telltale signs more or less telling me that this bank was really unstable. And with this telling me that, cut it off, cut it down. And poplar makes a real pretty wood to work with. What I made that dining room table out of, but nobody wants it. I don't know how much of it I milled and ended up throwing it on the burn pile. Had to have been a real big market for it, I'm sure I would have cut those things off. It is what it is. This is where I had the sawmill set up. This is where I'll probably set it back up. Forgot about that blade. Brand new blade, but it's too big. They shipped it by mistake. Very sharp. It's too wide. It was in that box. Blades. So the black cherry and stuff I threw on there, nobody really wants anything that size. And see how crooked it is? Okay. I'll get back to you. GoPro, stop recording.